Welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. We are playing as Varionel. You are probably familiar with him with other different playthroughs, specifically the Elder Kings 2 playthrough and also the Age of Wonders 4, well, the latest one. So right now we are looking for this angel sword. This one's useless. Camellia, our partner, she's some type of no, she's a shaman who is good with a rapier. She can use a rapier, but it's like she's useless, basically. So we're looking for an angel weapon. So we gotta search this place, which is fine. I don't think we will find. Oh, we have religion. My religion should be like. Oh, my religion is +6. It's decent. And Statue of an Unknown Knight, the technique is crude. Okay, we didn't get that one. But this is Varionel's picture. I'm so glad I was able to bring Varionel's picture from straight from Elder Kings 2 so we can have those type of connections between different campaigns. Are these people? No, it's Anivia. I could get across if I wanted to. Is this it? It is. If Sela can't grab it, I don't think anyone can. Day 15, month Eridus 8th, year 4715. Is this an AD or something like this? It seems like, if I see a year of 4715, I'm thinking future, unless you're talking BC. Anyway, a strange flash pierces the gloom, and Varionel Nocturnal feels drops of searing blood run down his chest. The wound healed by Terendelev reopens and weeps scarlet, but there is no pain or weakness. A hazy scene appears, a cave chamber, this one or another one entirely. Varionel Nocturnal's heartbeat quickens, and a stream of thoughts suddenly bursts into his mind, thoughts that clearly belonged to another. Treachery. They betrayed me, trapped me, and stabbed me in the back. My trusted allies, my treasured friends, the people I swore to protect, the people for whom I descended from heaven and came to this turbulent mortal world. Ooh, being betrayed by angels. Not being betrayed by humans. Now that I'm reading that, I'm thinking, okay, so this is the introduction to the angel path, which is one of the core mythic paths, similar to the demon and then the legend mythic path later on down the road. The people for whom I descended from heaven and came to this turbulent mortal world. There they are, up ahead in the gloom of the cave. What are they waiting for? Are they afraid to draw any closer? Do they believe I am about to die from their traitorous blows? Next to me, a quiet moan. A girl with a golden braid lies on the rocks, clutching her slashed side. She refused to join with the traitors and paid dearly for it. I could have tried to run, but I will not. Whilst I still have strength, I must. While recognizing the foreign origin of these thoughts, Varionel Nocturnal intuits that he can control them somehow. Let's try to furiously call out the traitors. He's an angel, so he could do both. It depends on what type of angel because this is not our angel. Furiously call out the traitors. This is a very so this is where I'm so glad I have my d20 next to me. So I'm gonna roll a d20, and if it's evens, it will be heal the wounded girl. If it's odds, it's fairly call out the traitors. But low key, I want to heal the wounded girl, honestly, instead of call out the traitors. I don't see the point. But let's see the dice just for records. That touch that. I'm going to roll. Okay, so we're gonna heal the girl. The dice is just for guidance, you know. A spark of healing magic illuminates the eerie, murky scene before Varionel Nocturnal. The wounded girl opens her eyes and whispers, "Lariel, you said that everything was going to change soon. You said you and the other warriors of heaven will be leaving us on a grand mission to stop the demons forever. Is that true?" The frenzy of foreign thoughts comes faster and faster. Like a rushing river, and images flash by one after another. A priestess in colorful robes observing the stars, a young female paladin praying, clutching her glowing sword, a majestic golden-winged angel gazing into the distance, his face covered by a helmet, but his voice ringing clear. Only if you're willing, and only if you're ready. There is no going back. Then don't waste your strength killing me, the girl whispers. Your mission is more important. You take care, it is near. Ah, that's so sweet. There, in the vision, the darkness in the cave stirs into motion. Something massive appears from within its depths. A vague shadow and outline, a nightmare come to life. A wave of odious chirruping and rustling emanates from the shadow, the sound piercing like hot irons lancing through flesh and bone. The traders fall to their knees before the shadow in reverent ecstasy, and the wounded girl thrashes in her death throes. The yawning chest wound burns bright white hot. Varionel Nocturnal's head pounds with pain, and it is no longer clear whose pain it is, the person called Lariel who sent this vision, or the one unlucky enough to receive it. Rule 10. But Varionel Nocturnal is determined to fight off the illusion. Knowledge Arcana 10. Oh, obviously you're going to do this one, duh. Because why would we choose someone where we have a... Oh, we have a +2 to will. That's nice. We have a +13 to Knowledge Arcana. Knows how to resist malign influences such as this, no matter its origin. The force of the attack, though originating in a vision, is terrifying, but Varionel Nocturnal is stronger. He shakes off the pain and torpor, but alas, the one who sent the vision cannot claim the same. He is broken and exhausted. Oh, so there's the angel. There is Descari, is that his name? A monstrous shadow. Oh, there's the word right there. A monstrous shadow emerges from the murk of the cave. It is not real. It exists only in this strange vision or memory, but the thrill of fear it provokes is more than real. The shadow's features starkly resemble those of Descari, the terrifying demon lord. Okay, what is Descari? Larger than an elephant, this towering insectile nightmare wields a scythe made of bone. His wings are swarms of biting flies, and his inhuman eyes glitter with cruel intelligence. Descari, demon lord of chasms, infestations, and locusts, is believed by many scholars to be the usher of the apocalypse. He carved his realm from the raw matter of the abyss using the great scythed rift carver, a weapon he crafted from the remains of the strange creature his father, Pazuzu, mated with tens of thousands of years ago. Descari and his cult long plagued the northern nation of Sarkoris, where his cultists were eventually driven into the lake of mist and veils by Eridan. Yet, upon Eridan's death, Descari's influence on Galarian ripened and burst, transforming Sarkoris into the demon-haunted world. Okay. The monster's hand is wrapped around the throat of the one they call Lariel. The foolish angel, struggling on the rocks like a fly with his wings torn off, intones the shadow. His voice changes as it moves, shifting from a quiet whispering to a sonorous shout, becoming young, then old and quavering. Where is your goddess, angel? Where is her self-assured herald? How is it that you are dying here alone, so far from the light of your heaven? A strange calm envelops the thoughts of the one called Lariel. He recognizes who stands before him, and he knows he will never bow down before this enemy. The flaming sword flares to life in his hand, bright, pure, flickering with multicolored sparks like a sunbeam through stained glass. Slash! The blade slices through the demonic creature's flesh, and the monster recoils with a howl, releasing his grip on Lariel's throat. The angel falls back heavily on the rocks. His vitality is ebbing, but his pride remains undiminished. He grips the sword, and when his last burst of strength plunges it into the rock, Varionel Nocturnal senses that the vision is fading, the rush of thoughts diminishing, like a river running dry. The last thing he hears is this: "You will kill me, monster, this I know. But one day someone will come here and raise up my sword. They will raise it up and save and protect the innocent, punish evildoers and traitors." The vision disappears, vanishing in a burst of colors. Varionel Nocturnal does not hear the final words, but he seems to complete the thought, taking it to heart. The words fly from his lips, and with them something else. The heat blazing in Varionel Nocturnal's chest fades away. The edges of the scarlet wound close, leaving not even a scar behind. Looking down, Varionel Nocturnal sees the flaming sword in his hand, or rather, its outline, the memory of what the sword looked like. With a final surge of the warm and soothing light, the sword vanishes, and the light is drawn into his hand. Varionel Nocturnal senses that it will return. All he need do is call it. What was that?
Hey, are you alright? You were kinda glowing just now.
10 nails before the light, offering up a prayer to Iomade.
That was it. The light of heaven. But how?
What did you do with it? Where did it go?
I think I saw the memories, Lariel, the angel who died here.
Lariel? That really was Lariel? The angel from the legends. The ancestors even got his name right on the gravestone. The chief will be thrilled.
You. Thousands of gongs, and no one's been able to touch it. And now you, an ordinary creature of flesh and blood, no different to us, get the sword and start talking about visions.
I am different from you.
Don't be a sore loser. He is clearly different from us. The sword appeared before him, along with the angel's name and all that other stuff. Because he doesn't carry our mongrel taint. Heaven doesn't give a damn how special we are. We're born with evil inside us. Heaven doesn't need to know any more than that.
I like that thought.
I know you're willing to tear anyone apart to uphold our people's honor, but you and Sol, you just refuse to face the truth. We are the way we are because our ancestors' bodies were corrupted by the abyss. It does the same thing to plants and animals. There's nothing heroic or special about it. It doesn't make us better, and it doesn't make us worthier.
Now this one, I don't even understand this point right here because we wouldn't even have a mythic path at this level. But I'm gonna click it.
That is just... wow, I mean, that's amazing!
Oh, I guess we do.
Heaven has truly blessed you.
This power is the most majestic thing I've ever seen in all my life. Is this what the sun is like, Lan?
Now, Angel sounds interesting, but I don't think Varionel is not the person to become like go down the angelic path. He would be the one who goes down the lich path. He's not like chaotic evil, so he wouldn't go down the demonic path. Aeon path probably, devil path probably, dragon path, all that other, every other path probably. But anyway,
Yes, it's similar, but this light is more golden. Chief Sol needs to see this. Now that we have the power of angels on our side, he can't say no. He'll have to assemble a troop to storm the maze. You Uplanders care about your kids, right? Help us save ours. Without them, we won't survive. And then, the perils of the maze won't be so bad if we go together. We'll make our way through it and find the way to Canabras.
fine. Let's to your chief and I'll decide if I'm going to help you or not.
Let's go. We'll take the short route. Well, the only route, really.
Oh man, I wanted to explore more.
No, what is that?
Okay, let me explore more. Let me see if there's any more thing else. No, it's not. Something over here. There is some loot. Take that. I want all the loot
Let us be careful.
before we go, cause if this is anything like Pathfinder Kingmaker, it's like we're going to be needing as many resources as possible. Statue of Unknown Knight, the technique is crude. Uh, supposedly there's something all the way over there. Let me see if I can get it. Okay, I didn't notice at first that we got them as party members. He can attack twice. He's a Zen archer, which is good. Zen archers, they're kind of like, yeah, they're monks. Oh, because he gets the flurry. Oh, this would be nice. I played with a Zen archer, like on the tabletop version, and the Zen archers were kind of good. And she's supposed to be a fighter, but she's an archer fighter. I like these ones. So now we'll have more people to basically be our. I don't want to say front lines. -6. You got -6 to mobility. We're gonna use land. Most of the game's mechanics are based on these rules, of course. Okay. Oh, we already got on this side. Okay, let's keep on exploring. It's good that we have weight pause. Oh man, I was gonna try to not do that. Go to the formation. These two in the front. I can be in the middle. I need to find a martial weapon eventually. I only got +2 to attack, but later on I'll be fine. We can just attack it and make the 2 shots. Just in case there's like, I don't like the fact that she's just weak, but we'll keep her in the front. Light of the Angels. Okay, so we don't have the mythic pack yet, but we have the power, which is kind of interesting. I still have false life on me, so that's good. Which is gonna be useful. Why is protection from everyone has protection from evil? +2 affection bonus. Oh, that's probably from the Light of the Angels. Engraved lucky bracers for my armor class, which is good. What does Light of the Angels do? All creatures within 20-foot burst centered on caster. Standard action. Difficulty class 9. You summon a soothing light, warming the hearts of your allies and obscuring the vision of your enemies. Every ally in 20-foot radius gets 1 temporary hit point for 1 hour, and the enemies become dazzled for 1d4 hours. How many times can I use this? I guess as many times as I want, which will be interesting. We're gonna Ray of Frost them, since it is a giant spider. 1 damage. And then whenever it gets into we'll use the power. Oh, we have Anivia actually starting to do some stuff now. Windwag doing well. So we have a fighter archer and we have a Zen archer, which is nice. So now we can be able to like basically compare the two. I can have her fight defensively now. Who did he just... Oh, him. He took the strength damage, which is unfortunate. I don't know why I can't 5-foot step. It's like... This is 3. I don't know why I can't 5-foot step. But I don't want to... Do I need a feat that lets me 5-foot step? Okay, let me find out. Okay, I tried to pause it and then do it, but I pressed the space bar, and space bar means skip, so that battle is pretty much over. Thankfully, we have our babysitter, Anivia. If only I had... Okay, the poison is probably... Wait, what is his normal strength? 15? Ability damage -2, modified value 15, base value 15. What? But he takes -2 ability damage? Whatever. Strength damage, that's fine. As long as he's not suffering from poison anymore. I pretty much have everything in order right now. There's supposedly... I think there's loot this way. There's loot right here. Take that. Make sure we get all that loot. Oh, we got mobility right there. I like this team much better than Through the Ashes. Through the Ashes is like, oh, crazy. Yeah, we're gonna keep on going down this. Through the Ashes is like weak. You're just weak. Come on. You're supposed to be hitting. Do we hit? Nope. I could charge. Ooh, oh snap. I'll wait. When do I'm not gonna attack that one, I'm gonna attack this one. Was that damage? Nah. Oh, barely any damage at all. Spitting giant centipede. They just. Light of Angels. I don't think that benefited me as much as I could have made it. Okay, that one's dead. Let's fight this one. Miss, good. Camellia, let's see if we can get some shot. 2 damage is not nearly enough. I don't like the fact that that's so close. Good. I want to kill the ones that are close. Where's that whore thing? Come on, you can't be missing. Oh, disease. I hate disease. Can I charge? I need an action. Put a charge right there. Okay, so now charge. We don't have direction right now, but we should be able to charge this one. Okay, so now we can shoot this thing whenever I find it. Maybe I have to actually position myself where I can actually hit it. Good. Now we just have to kill this one. 9 damage. Unfortunately, it's not like Age of Wonders 4, like we do damage to them and then they're suddenly weaker. For example, in the last combat, your character Camellia attacked the enemy young giant fly, got 23. Let's break down this result. Is that true? Collect, get all that gold. I don't have any. Let me cast it now while I'm here. So everyone gets a temporary hit point. So we continue to go this way. Let me try to go back up and do the mobility thing, because it looks like that's the right way to go. And you know, I always try to go everywhere, because you don't, especially in this one, since our mythic paths are determined about like what we encounter and stuff, and we could miss out on mythic paths. So I want to make sure I don't miss out. Yeah, that doesn't look like the right way. So this is actually the good way. Okay. Oh, it's 3 of these things. Come on now. I'm not gonna move right next to him. That's crazy. I could have enlarged person. I know she has. No, she does not. I was hoping she had 945 out of 2000. We need to level up because level 1 is not good enough. I should have used enlarged person while I had the opportunity. 6 damage is good. Ooh, look, we have babysitter Navia on our side. Okay, I figured out how to 5-foot step. I had to right click. So I'm on a 5-foot step. Then I'm going to Ray of Frost. 5-foot step. Okay. I could attack this one, or I can large person on Sela. I'd rather kill an enemy. Let's see if we can hit this one. I don't know. Ah, that's unfortunate. Good. Anivia, do some damage. Good. Luckily, we have babysitter Anivia.
I found something.
Wand of Cure Light Wounds. This is all we needed. Now, who can use this wand without being trash? Is it Sela? I have her on the front line, so I kind of don't want her, but she can use it. This one is a shaman, so she can use it too. So she's on the front lines. I have used magic device, which is fine. But I'll give it to her. Varionel has scroll of ears. I should use this spell. I already used mage armor. I should use these scrolls before they become obsolete. But right now I'm just going to use this on her and use this on her. The archer guy doesn't really need it. I would need to conserve it since I don't have unlimited resources like pretty much late game and Pathfinder Kingmaker. So now we can take this check. Okay, so now we can continue down our path of greatness. I'm not going to make the same mistake because in game terms, Vani has instructed Varionel about like the importance of not abandoning comrades and stuff like that, because different situations could happen. So let's stay in game turn. Out of game turns, it's just he's gonna try to. Oh, a critical hit. Is that a critical hit 1 damage or critical hit like you're gonna die? Let's 5-foot step. Let us shoot. 9 damage is good. Land can 5-foot step and then shoot. We're gonna. Zen archers are amazing. Can't wait until he levels up and want to just have him keep on focusing on that Zen archer thing, because I think that would be good. I much prefer fighting spiders than full-on demons, because that would be crazy. Critical hit 11. That's good. Okay, we got that one out the way. You have 2 shots. +5 to hit. 2 damage. I don't like using these cantrips. Critical hit 1. Windowog. Good. Loot. This is a masterwork greatsword. Ooh, this is good. But if I give, because his attacks aren't high enough for me to like he has the proficiency to use it because I gave him martial weapon proficiency, but I don't want to put him too far into the game like this because he only has 14 +2 to hit. Not good enough for me. Dex strength is pretty much the same. I have the masterwork light crossbow, so I guess we can put the greatsword here. I really want a 2-weapon fighter, but we'll use her as a shield for now because we do need shields. Since we have 2 archers, they'll be okay. The 2 archers will be okay for now. Long sword. She has a long sword. And she's good with the rapier, so that'll be good. Everyone's good from the way I see it. Oh, we have braces of armor, but all of them have armor, so there's really no use except her. So we can give her. Why does she have 17 armor class? Natural armor too, because she's a mongrel. Okay, good. So go with that. So now she has braces of armor. This is a good party. We start off with a great party. Now I just need a mercenary and get a. Oh, we do need a cleric. That's one. But she's a shaman, so she can serve as a cleric initially until I feel like okay, she's not good at, because she doesn't have channel energy, which is a problem. But I'm still gonna go with a Sylvan sorcerer because she gets up to ninth level spells. She has cure light wounds. She's just missing channel energy, and channel energy is just so good. I tell you that, it's just so good. But we'll see what the shaman gets. I'm still making a Sylvan sorcerer first. Smilodons are just necessary for the world to have meaning. Window glances at Lan, who is fixing his slipped bowstring, and quickly walks over to you. Her cat-like eyes glow from beneath her hood. Listen here, you. I don't know who you are or where you come from, but you and I are the only two people here who see things clearly. That's why I'm asking you, don't show the light of heaven to Saul. Lan is sure that the light should be shown to the mongrels. Lan. Okay, this one's not voice acted. I guess I should have figured that out when I read the last one, but it's like one of those things where you don't notice until you notice. Lan, Wendell grimaces and a guttural husky snarl unfurled in her throat. He wants to play the hero. His first idea, if you remember, was to grab the sword and run headlong into the maze. Does that sound like a plan to you? To me, it sounds like suicide. The worst part is that the tribe might actually take his words to heart and follow where he leads. I thought you considered the mongrels to be great warriors. The descendants of great warriors. I believe that my people are worthy of greatness, that we are strong and can do many things, truly, because y'all are great archers. And that's why we were chased down here. We scared people, but it's one thing to go hunting in the caves and another to fight in the shield maze. Wunduag leans closer, her pupils dilating. I've been there. I've spent my whole life training so I can make it through all the way to the end. There were more of us trackers at the start. We were young and stupid. What's a couple of monsters when there's a whole world out there waiting for us? That's what we thought, but we weren't prepared. The maze isn't just a physical challenge, it's cunning and full of traps. It's dark as the primordial night, and if you close your eyes and listen, you hear whispers right behind you, and soft singing in the distance that seems to rise and fall with the beating of your heart. Sounds cool. Windowog looks away. I had to learn from my friends' mistakes. I had to step over their bodies and go further. I don't want to have to do that again, and it will happen again if a crowd of ill-prepared fighters burst into the maze with no idea where they're going, all because Lan believes that a glowing sword will solve all our problems. Don't you want to save the kids lost in the maze? I do want to, but I'm not going to risk the future of the tribe for the sake of a few stupid kids. Chief Soul is hesitant and for good reason. He also understands how dangerous this is for the tribe. Lan's the only one who benefits from their childish games of heroism. I'll go alone if I have to and find them, or whatever is left of them, without any heroics, relying only on myself, risking only my own life. Winduag slows. You and your friends, you can come with me. Perhaps we can make it to the end of the maze together and find the way out to the circle. Oh, okay. At first I was gonna say no. We still gotta save the kids. I'm not just gonna abandon them. Varionel might be lawful neutral. I probably should have chose lawful neutral, or just purely neutral. He's not like, he doesn't come from that chip on his shoulder. Like, it really wasn't a chip on his shoulder that Vonnie came from. It's just more like he suffered persecution. But Varionel is more like, want to study secret magic, but he wants to do good, but his curiosity and his search for the power of magic is, I think that's more powerful. I'll think about it. Let's go. Windowag nods. Don't show the chief the light, and I'll lead you through the maze to the surface. I swear. Sure, I might listen to what she has to say. Oh, was that like the pre-talk before the real talk? Click this icon to leave a location. To leave, your whole party needs to be near it. Before leaving the location, I'll be able to review and collect the loot you left behind. Oh, okay, so yeah, we're in the, so we get to finally leave this trash cave. Let's go. Which is nice. Okay, now we are in the area. So I've decided to side with Lan because This one right here, she is evil. Ha! And she worships Lanash too. That doesn't mean anything. Oh, and Lan has 2 attacks, so I guess that's part of the reason why. And I think I've decided to just win in most of them, go the truth route. And if they die, then they die. It's their own fault for being weak. So I'm not gonna read that. Probably I should have. Maybe. But anyway. Is there someone else from the surface here? I will help you find the lost Mongols in a maze, but you can quit hoping for a magical sword to appear. Is there someone else from the surface here? There he is, hale and hearty and prim as a peacock, just like me. Soul laughs, but quickly returns to business. Shh, not good. Too many uplanders. Shh, not good. Shh, not right. What are you up to here? You're one of us. Shh. We're not your kind. When the time comes, we'll come to you. Regards, angel mythic path, reveal the light of heaven. Land speaks the truth. The heavenly flame flares to life at your unspoken command, bright, pure, dancing with multicolored sparks, like a sunbeam passing through stained glass. The Mongols abandon their task and stare transfixed. The light is bright but not binding. It is warm, but its warmth is so deep. You perform an action that was lawful. Soul is silent for a while. Tears are streaming down his wide, pale face, but the old man doesn't even care to wipe them away. So it is true. The angel did not forsake us. No, he came back from the dead. He came to save our children. Lan gives you a nod of thanks. The scaled half of his face is indifferent, but the human half is visibly relieved, as if he wasn't sure all this time that you would support him. Wondoa kisses at you like an angry cat. See these fishermen and these hunters, these husks of men and women. Their blood will be on your hands. Have the blessing of the angels. We will survive and help the young tribesmen. I'm not responsible for others' decisions. Haha, which is true, facts. Wondoa snarls in fury. And why are they making these decisions? Because of you. You've sealed their fate. You're a murderer. You always think the worst wouldn't do. We're not on our own in this anymore. We've got allies. Well, a couple at least. But one good fighter is worth 10 bad ones. You have the right of it, Lan, but we're neithers. We're going to wait. I sent a messenger to summon all the tribes. It will take time, yes, but they will all come. They'll all come for the light. Wait, Lan, wait, Umberlanders. Rest a while in one of your huts. Our home is your home. All right, Chief, understood. Let's hope that a few hours isn't the difference between life and death for those kids. If they ask me what took us so long, I'll tell them. Tell them it was your decision. Wondoa only grits her teeth in silence. We're not gonna make the same mistake we did last time with choosing evil creatures as like going with them. We're gonna go against, because we know where they left us with Jaethal and stuff like that. Post everything about the situation, Jaethal was killed. We decided to kill her off. While I'm talking, I'll just level up because it's I'm gonna put points in athletics for her because I want her to be the athletics person. Weapon focus. It's always weapon focus, so we can get those attack bonus because we just love that attack bonus. And then we'll level up Lan as an archer. But yeah, that's how it's gonna go. I don't wanna like stick with evil creatures. I'll probably save. I might go trickery for that one because all the knowledge skills I can leave that to our main character. Finally, we're going to go mobility. We don't have trickery as a class skill. Let's go stealth. Let's go perception. Did we get mobility? Yeah, we need him for the mobility stuff. Precise shot would be nice. You can shoot or throw ranged weapons at an opponent engaged immediately without the standard -4 penalty, and let's definitely take that. Wave the longbow, get those skills. And that's the goal. Shaman, Spirit Hunter. This time I need to make sure, definitely get trickery. Knowledge, religion. I have the most points in religious anyway. But with this point, she'll be +7. So I guess we could put a point here. Or we can just give her use magic device, which she might be good at. I would do use magic device. So she can probably do persuasion too. Whenever we get points in mobility, we need to pump her up. I'm gonna take evil eye instead of the healing one. And if it seems like I've did this before, I did do this before, but I like this path better. We're gonna do a point in persuasion for her. Probably do another point in get trickery, and then we're gonna go mobility so we can eventually give her the corner gun smash and all that stuff. She has 15 charisma, so we do need to bump that up as well. Put some points in that, so a +3. And then eventually take her down. The 2 levels of paladin is fine. I'm probably gonna give her maybe sorcerer, like take off the shield instead of her carrying her shield. I'm still trying to decide because I probably can go dragon disciple with her, but 2 levels of paladin is all she needs right now. And then of course I'm going to put I always put a point in arcana. I always put a point in persuasion. I could use magic device, but not yet. I could do trickery, but I want to get a point. Let's get point in knowledge religion so I can make these and these basic class skills right now. And just get points in those so I can do the class skills, so I can get my class skill bonus. So everyone's leveled up. Make sure I don't forget to put a spell slot for her. Enlarged person is fine. We'll put it on Sela. And then whenever we rest. So I'm going to go for all the loot because that's what I want. We'll go down here. Then this guy is some like rich person. Your name tells me nothing. Who are you? Then he tells us who he is. Some rich guy who's rich in Canabras, which he most likely will not be rich anymore because everything was destroyed. That's what I'm assuming. What kind of business proposition? And then he's gonna pay me to help him get a way out of here. Diplomacy. Oh, Sela has a +7 in persuasion. Yeah, I want the 2,000 gold. Oh man, failed this time before we actually succeeded, but that's alright. Or 100. No, let's not be miserly. Let's say 1,000,000. My initial offer was a king's ransom. You've likely never seen so much gold in all your life. It's non-negotiable. I said 1,000. That's my final offer. Sure, deal. His money, he doesn't have the money with him, so it's somewhere else. Deal. We have to go. So we'll get 1,000. That's fine. Early game. It's really important so I could get, because I want to hire at least 2. I want to hire that Blood Rager, which will be a 2-weapon fighter. Probably make him. I'm not gonna make him lawful good. I could make him since he's gonna be a mercenary, and just have a lawful good person in here. It probably won't fit when we go lich, so that might cause a difference. But just having him a lawful will be good because then he will be able, and then we're going lich. That's the plan. So we could make him undead, but starting off early on, we don't need to make him undead because I want to go Blood Rager. I don't think going Paladin, because I'm going to actually make them important characters that are going to actually stay since last time. Vendor. Okay, she's a vendor, so we'll go do her. So I'm going to come up with some useful ideas for potential characters. We're definitely going to have the Blood Rager, so I need to come up with a character idea for Blood Rager and a character idea for a sorcerer, and maybe a cleric too, because we definitely need a cleric. So there's going to be 3 characters idea. And then I can call them the impartial Or the ooh, I'm gonna come up with a good team name too. So Varionel could have some servants like the three. Ooh, I think I'm gonna have fun with coming up with those ideas. So let's talk with the extra people. She's just a merchant. So who are you? We could ask. Uh, Because all the people here are no better than animals, Dara yells with surprising anger before being overcome with coughing. Wiping her mouth, she continues, our forefathers lived in the city. Like you, our people love to reminisce about armies, knights, crusades, but I couldn't care less about that. Savages with clubs can fight a war, only civilized folk can buy and sell. Sure. Uh, she had something. Quiver of cold ammunition that would be great to use. Sell the ever burning torch, sell cold iron dagger, masterwork dagger, short spear. This is a masterwork crossbow. We can sell the short bow. So I can get rid of this regular crossbow. I'm gonna give this great sword since the masterwork great sword to our blood rager. Let's go back to the shared stash. We can sell the longsword since no one's gonna be using it anyway. Armor, sell those two things. And then there's nothing. Oh, there is some things. Sell that. Sell the pearl. Sell that. Sell that. Sell calverines. All this other stuff that has no purpose. And gems. Fine feather. Yeah, we can sell that. Grinding stone. Sell. So we get 409 gold. Deal. 982. So we should have enough if it's 2,000 to get it. But just starting off, I'm pretty sure we're going to get even more money, so it's perfectly fine. I'm going to equip this masterwork longbow. And then for her, we're going to give her the flail, so in case we fight some skeletons. And we're going to give him, since we're going with him, he's going to have the quiver of cold ammunition. She has wand of cure light wounds and have this light mace since it is finesse wielding in case we come across any skeletons. Because I understand the region can be used to be potion. Oh, that's cool. I understand from last game that I'm playing the Through the Ashes DLC that it gets crazy with doing skeletons, and I want to be optimized. So these two know each other. What's the blood between you two? Okay, so I'll shorten it for you guys since I did read this. Basically, Anivia was doing her job searching people to find cultists. She ended up searching him, and he got mad at that. Her point is that, of course, cultists don't look like cultists, and that's why we have to search them. She ends up searching him, and it turns out that he does this elaborate operation to secretly fund the Crusaders because he doesn't want to openly support them because then all these beggars. So his excuse for secretly doing the things is good. So, and I understand why he's kind of mad, but it's kind of petty being mad since she's just doing her job. But anyway, what do you think is happening? No one cares. What do you think of the mongrels? I thought they were just a story, the sort of thing drunks in the taverns would come out with. Now I discover that it's true. Well, what can I possibly think of them? The poor creatures are most unfortunate, with their faces and their minds so deformed. It's a miracle they're even alive. The part that boggles my mind is that they're descendants of the first Crusaders. All these years they've been living beneath our feet in caves in the dirt. If I'd known the legends about them were true, I'd have dedicated my life to getting them out of this place. To what end, the people of Quinabris would have stoned them on sight, and Prelate Hulrun would have had them tossed on the pier en masse. Whatever the ills of this place, it is their home. How long do you think they would have survived on the surface? What are you going to do? I'm going to go home. Last I knew, I owned a very fine mansion. I'll see if it's still standing or if I'm now homeless. That's good something to do. And then Anivia is going to get back to her wife. That's very sweet. So now we'll leave. Take the loot. Oh, what is this? First aid kit? Nice. Oh, more loot. Is there loot over here too? There's loot everywhere. Everywhere there's loot. mutated fish. Uh, I don't plan on cooking per se, but maybe I need the purifying solution because I don't think we need to like have food. Maybe it would have been a good thing to have food in the through the Ashes DLC, and we could have got at least something to help us. But let's rest. The messenger returned. The tribes are gathering at the entrance to the maze. Our people have already gone there. I've warned Anivia and that old guy who won't even acknowledge me. Take your time, there's no rush. The most important people always show up late. And then looks around. Everything's going to plan. But one thing's bothering me. Windowag's gone. See, I thought about it because at first I was initially going to go Windowag's route, but then I thought about it. Hey, let's just go, and it's kind of my philosophy too personally. Instead of trying to lie and manipulate and try to make the best outcome, let's just go with the truth, because you never know really what is the best outcome based on the decisions you make. You have to wait and see how events unfurl, and then you look back on it. So since you'll never know the outcome, it's best to just tell the truth, let them do what they're going to do, and try to just make it the best based off of the actions. So that's why I prefer to do land. And then part of the reason she's evil. So even if it's just neutral evil, which some people will say the truth is kind of evil. So I kind of like, even though I play evil characters, I prefer the back and the forth. I like having good characters around me because it like the levels off, so you don't go get into depraved like demons. But whatever. The messenger returned. The tribes are gathering at the entrance to the maze. Our people have already gone there. I warned Anivia and the old guy who won't even acknowledge me. Take your time. There's no rush. The most important people always show up late. Land looks around. Everything's going to plan, but one thing's bothering me. Windowag's gone. All the tribes, so a whole army is marching on the maze then. By mongrel standards, yes, but don't be too disappointed when you see the reality. There aren't many of us who can hold a weapon, and fewer still who can do any damage with one. What do you think happened to Vindawag? I don't know, she was always stubborn. Maybe she decided she could do it all on her own. I hope she comes back. We'll struggle without her, and she'll struggle without us, no matter how hard she try to deny it. See, he's a nice person. What about Anivia and Horgus? Are you just going to leave them here? Once we're cleared the mage, the way ahead will be safe. Anevia's in no state to fight. I beg to differ. And that Horgus guy, he doesn't look like he'll shift an inch unless we roll out a red carpet all the way to the exit. Still, are you sure the maze is the only way to the surface? I see when I wake up is your hideous face. Not the best start of the day. That's mean. That's completely unnecessary. I don't think Varionel would say that. That's just evil asshole. You don't have to be an asshole. There was another passage, the one I used with my dad when we left and then came back. The chief back then, he found it and filled it in to stop anybody else going against the ancestors' wishes. And what the ancestors wanted was for everyone to go through the maze. I'm not sure of anything right now, but we don't have a choice. We can only go forward. Let's go. There's no time to lose. Let's go, but before we do, thank you. I was so happy. I forgot to thank you before, but you've done something no one else has in a long time. You've given the mongrels hope. It's like we're starting to believe that we're worth something. Now that we have the power of the angels on our side, Len's face grows sullen. It won't change anything, of course, but at least you'll help us save the young ones, hopefully. Let's go through the main gate. The straight road is the shortest. Oh no, I don't plan on going Angel, but I'm gonna save it like key points. That way, whenever I do the what if sagas, because I want to try out technically all the mythic paths. Well, not every last one of them. It would be nice, and then just do what if sagas. Like have a core group of like 4 people, like 3 other ones, one blood rager, one a sylvan sorcerer, um and then one a cleric, and then one Varionel, and then just make 4 like key people. I already have Varionel, which is the main character, and you know him from different scenarios. And then whenever I play other games, still have those four key party members: Varionel, uh, the other three whenever I create them, and then just play as them as the main character instead, and have them go on their mythic path progression. And I think that's something I can do instead of just like playing the game, and then it will tie together instead of just playing the same scenario over just to enjoy the game. I want to have the story and stuff to fit in with everything. But that's enough of me talking. Thanks for watching.